Hi, this is Nick. Welcome to ISG, where we talk all things real estate in the Czech Republic. Today, I want to talk to you about bank valuations. We've now seen quite a few situations recently where the banks have valued the property lower than the listing price, even though the listing price is actually already good compared with the rest of the market. Each bank has its own philosophy on how to value a property, and it has a list of valuers that it trusts to do this under their terms that you can go to get a valuation. So the thing is the banks also have some kind of input on how the valuation is. So different banks can give different values for the same property. I believe we're seeing a similar situation now to what we saw in the early 2010s. And this was when banks were trying to reduce the values of properties to reduce their risk and putting a lot of pressure onto those valuers to give a lower value. If we look at the reasons why, if they're going to give someone an 80% loan today against the value of the property, and there's a real risk that the property market will drop 20%, then they could easily be in a situation where the loan is higher than the value of the property, which is not good for the bank. So what can you do about property valuations? Well, the first thing depends on whether you've appointed a bank yet or you haven't. If you've already got a deal with a bank in place and you have to use their process, first of all, get to know what it is. Even if they choose a valuer for you, you can try and find a valuer before you even submit the documents to the bank to try and value the property you're looking at for you. You may find that this actually gives you a higher value than if the bank appoints them themselves. Now, when the bank actually does appoint the valuer and values the property, they will of course maybe find that it's a lower valuation, and then you'll have to fight them with the valuation you've already got, but you should have some success with this method. Now, if you haven't appointed a bank yet, then it's good for you to try and find one where you can choose your own valuer. Obviously, banks have lots of valuers and they're all competing for business as well. And, for a lot of people, the best valuer is the one who gives the highest value. So, it would be good to try and go with this. And you'll also find within the banks that the valuation processes differ and different banks can give different valuations. And here it might be good to speak to a mortgage broker who can kind of guide you on which ones are likely to give a higher value if you're just very keen to get a deal done. But of course, we must remember in all of this that the banks are trying to look after their own interests, but also your interests as well. They're worried about the future. So if you are getting feedback that a price is particularly high, that the valuer is saying the prices should be lower, it is something to bear in mind that this might not be the right property for you at the same time. I think as always in these processes, it's best to talk to experts who really know the processes well and can advise you as well as possible. Thanks for watching. See you soon.